And I say, go home and see your family, but they bring their kids up here because they want to fight the tyranny. I mean, it's like target fixation when you're in a B-17 shooting at Messerschmitts coming in. You don't want to stop. I mean, it's just, you're committed. That's good. It's a fighting spirit. And then I haven't heard David Knights yet, but I'm sure it's going to be excellent as well. So we're also going to take some of these and put video to them and air them on the Nightly News. But you'll be hearing these during the breaks here on the radio show. So let's go ahead and go to a compilation of 3 of these that are airing today during the breaks.
I was born on the prairies where the wind blew free, and there was nothing to break the light of the sun. I was born where there were no enclosures. Geronimo. I wonder what he thinks of the permanent checkpoints, where you're quizzed about your citizenship, about having to submit to bag searches to ride public transportation, his thoughts on nonviolent offenders rotting away in prisons. They say that in these current times we are more, quote, civilized, but are we really more free? When the Persian army demanded King Leonidas and his Spartans surrender their arms, the outnumbered king shouted Molon Labe, or come and take them. Even though Leonidas was eventually defeated by a much larger adversary, he is not remembered for his loss. He lives in history as a beacon of defiance and self-defense. The desire to disarm the people is nothing new. Arm yourself with knowledge at Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.tv, and the Alex Jones channel on YouTube.
Your Federal Reserve tribute, known as the income tax, is due on April 15th. That is, unless you're one of the following Fortune 500 companies that aren't paying any taxes. Daily Mail reports the Fortune 500 companies that didn't pay a penny in 2014 income tax despite being worth billions. Some of the companies include CBS, Mattel, Prudential, Time Warner, Owens Corning, JetBlue, Xerox, Priceline.com, and perennial bomb maker General Electric. Some of these companies even got tax rebates back. Are you serious? Thank goodness we have Hillary Clinton, who's now attacking the 1%. She really means it. Did you know that Ronald Reagan's Grace Commission report found that 1/3 of all income taxes are consumed by waste and inefficiency in the federal government? And 100% of what is collected is absorbed solely by interest on the federal debt, which means that your tax dollars are paid to the private run-for-profit Federal Reserve. Bow down to your overlords and pay your stinking taxes, unless you're one of these Fortune 500 companies. Rob Dew reporting for Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv.
The BLM is at it again. This time they're not trying to take a rancher's grazing rights, pretending that they're protecting an endangered species. Now they're going after the mining rights of one of the oldest continuing claims in the U.S. So old that it's protected under the General Mining Act of 1872. And they're not even giving the lawyers for the miners a reason, let alone a day in court. The Galice Mining District in Oregon reports that one of the mine owners has been given a cease and desist order with a deadline of Saturday, April the 25th. They must remove all equipment and buildings and fill in the tunnels by then, which is impossible. The owners of the Sugar Pine mine have stated that they will fully disobey the order they say is illegal and invalid, and they have called for assistance. Local chapters of Oath Keepers and 3%ers have responded, and others are on the way. For more information and updates as the situation develops, stay tuned to the Alex Jones Radio Show and the Nightly News, or go to Infowars.com and our YouTube channel, the Alex Jones Channel.
And spread the word to your friends and family about the local AM and FM stations that you're listening to and support their local sponsors. Here's my frustration. It's why I need 2 or 3 more camera people, 2 or 3 more ground reporters, and 3 or 4 more writers. I need to be able to send, I think Jakari Jackson and maybe Marcos Morales or somebody, I'm not sure, out to this Oregon situation as it develops. I mean, I covered it some yesterday. They have total rights under federal and state law. They believe only about 1% of the gold's been taken out of this. It's the clean type of gold mine compared to some of the others that use cyanide. They've shut down almost all our mines in this country. It's a joke. And they're not even giving a reason under law. They're just saying we're doing it. And that's because the globalist creditors want everything kept in the ground until they take over. They always kick people off things, then move back in and open it up. In fact, I've seen some estimates that were in the news that there may be as much as $10 billion of gold in that claim. And you better believe in 10 years, if they give it up, the government will then hand it over to someone that says they're doing it economically clean. That's how these businesses work. Oh, it's for the environment. Where I mean, it's just all take from you, give it to somebody else. And they're just militarizing the police to go around and carry out their orders. And there'll be another stand down here, just like the Bundys. You guys really want a shooting war, don't you? This never ends.
From the producers of the multi-award-winning documentary A Noble Lie, Oklahoma City, 1995, Free Mind Films is proud to announce the release of their third film, Shadow Ring. Narrated by award-winning Hollywood actor Kevin Sorbo, Shadow Ring will review the history of America's hidden oligarchy and their hidden agendas, such as the Council on Foreign Relations, the United Nations, and the Federal Reserve Bank. Get an exclusive sneak peek and secure your copy today at shadowringmovie.com.
Who has over 65 seed varieties of 34 different vegetables?
Down to Earth.
Who has over 63,000 seeds packaged to last 50 years?
Down to Earth.
Whose seeds can be frozen to maintain germination?
Down to Earth seeds. No hybrids, no GMOs, just proven old-time seed varieties grown all over the country by our grandparents. Our kids have the best variety and the largest quantities of vegetable seed for the best price. Get your food security now at downtoearthseeds.com or call 870-427-3039.
I have bought a few bottles of Heart and Body Extract and have to say that it certainly does work.
That's what Jack from Michigan had to say after his experience with heart pain and what he did to treat it with Heart and Body Extract.
I actually had a huge heart flutter. I was also having some edema around my ankles and very worrisome clot in my right leg that would happen from time to time. I was trying to sleep.
Heart and Body Extract is all natural with no negative side effects. It will help repair or correct past problems associated with the heart and body circulation.
After my second bottle of Heart and Body Extract, all problems are now gone.
Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
I ordered a third bottle of Heart and Body Extract for maintenance as I want to keep everything working.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Just called me minutes ago and said, hey, refresh Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. We've got big breaking news. DHS to purchase an additional 62 million rounds of AR-15 ammo. And he asked, are the feds attempting to control the market and drive supply? Do fish swim in the ocean? Do women like to comb their hair? Is the Easter Bunny a bunny? Is Hillary Clinton a lying sack of filth? Is Obama the son of a top communist pornographer? DHS to purchase 62 million rounds of AR-15 ammo. And then I want to change the headline. It's an excellent article by Paul. On top of the 3 billion rounds already purchased in the last 4 years. Are we going to kind of have maybe a long subheadline that says, you know, bringing the total to well over 3 billion rounds purchased in the last 4 years? Is this a plan to dry up the supply? Yes. He said he'll get the guns one way or another. He's been in the news. You can pull the headline up that he'll use executive power to do it. And I knew this was the case. What'd you say, CJ?
Oh, sorry, it's on Drudge.
Oh, our story's already on Drudge?
Yes, it is.
Wow, Drudge is so fast. I mean, Drudge is quicker than I am. Half the time, he's got one of our stories before I'm even aware of it. Homeland Security purchasing 62 million rounds of AR-15 ammo. And there's now video. I want to play that. Homeowner shoots down drone flying over his property. I should just read the DrudgeReport.com every day on air, and he's better than focusing on news than I am. Look at the left-hand side of Drudge. I mean, look at those incredible headlines. I've got it punched up right here. Europe has now indicted Google. That's going on. The federal tax code is longer than hundreds of Bibles. How many pages is it?
74,608.
Wow. Yeah, because for some reason, Drudge on that TV, it cuts off the edge. We got to get a function where we can shrink it down a little bit, because I know he's got information corner to corner. Unlike InfoWars, that looks like somebody shot it with a shotgun full of ads. but we are redesigning InfoWars. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying Drudge doesn't format correctly in new browsers, so when you zoom or decrease, it's still on the same side of the screen.
I kind of like that, though, because it's just it's so original and it doesn't change. It just gets better. So here is that story. DHS to purchase 62 million rounds of AR-15 ammo. And yes, they're trying to drop the supply. This is on top. Everybody keeps using the 2.6 billion number from like 3 years ago. I've been adding it up. And maybe Kit Daniels, who's really good at this, he really stays on this. Kit, can you maybe update his article and say updated by Kit Daniels at the bottom or something, and try to add up from all the articles we've done in the federal purchase orders, a guesstimation, because I don't claim it'll be exact. There's so many orders we don't even know about. But it was 2.6 a couple years ago, I think 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. And then there's just hundreds of millions getting bought all the time. Like 20 million here, 40 million there, 1 million there, 8 million there, 70 million here, 99 million here, 150 million here. And we knew it was to buy up the ammo when it was like millions of rounds of ammo that they don't use. 30-odd 6, 243, 38 special. They don't use those rounds in the U.S. military. They use 223, 308, 50 caliber BMG. What is it? 50 caliber, the little short ones. What do they call it? I can't remember anymore. APC. I forget all the names. I mean, there's probably only 10 rounds they use in the U.S. military. There's a good reason for that. You don't want to have a whole bunch of different rounds. It's very simple what's used. They are buying, I mean, that's one article. It was a Kidder. Don Salazar did one. I remember one last year where it was just like hundreds of cartridges. They were buying up like 44 Long Colt that you can hardly even order. I've got a 44 Long Colt. It's an amazing rifle. Great for shooting wild hogs. Just throw it right in the back of your truck. Small rifle, super high-powered. 44 Long Colt. Most people shoot the 44 Colt, which is still long. It's not Long Colt. You got to shoot Long Colt in those rifles. But they're buying Long Colt. They're basically buying everything up. This story is big. I want to go out and shoot my Long Colt. I want to go out and shoot my Barretts. But mainly I want to go out and shoot my 223s. I used to be a big fan of 223s back, 25 years ago when I would shoot AR-15s, but they've really perfected them now. I just love the 223. It's like a laser beam. loving.
We're on the march. The Empire.